Hey there, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another episode of the IMDB Files. For those who don't know, it's pretty much me. I picked a certain year and looked at what the lowest rated films that came out that year. I do have a playlist on my channel where I've gone through years like, I think like 1997, I think 2006, some other years. So yeah, if you're interested, on my playlist on my channel, there is a playlist called the IMDB Files. And this time I looked at the year 2001. I'm sure there ain't no space odyssey with this crap. So we start with Hip Hop Locos. A pair of hip hop performers kill drug dealers to finance their music. Stars Uno Dos. That's literally the name right here. Uno Dos. U-N-O-D-O-Z. Trace, Quattro Cinco Seis. Are those the other co-stars? J10. Is there a sequel called starring Jackoff 11? Hip Hop Locos. You know, honestly, when I look at that title, all I can think of, Los Locos kick your ass. Los Locos kick your face. Los Locos kick your balls into outer space. Should guarantee is better than this douche of a movie. Next up we got Without Charlie. We'll go with Charlie if you so mad being without Charlie. Young woman deals with her first heartbreak after a relationship ends. Gets a 1.3. Oh, and Hip Hop Locos gets a 1.2. Adam Rifkin. Why does that name sound familiar? Oh, the director of The Chase, which is a pretty fun Charlie Sheen film. I think he also did Detroit Rock City, which I haven't seen. But yeah, without Charlie, I could go without seeing the damn movie. Menace. This is a prequel to Menace to Society. Mother and daughter moves to a creepy old house, get more than they bargained for. That to work together to fight off evil in this new home. Wow, sounds very original. Gets a 1.6. Damn, the movie maybe go to another screen. It's so bad. Biker Zombies from Detroit. Well, being from Detroit's bad enough. That's a joke. No offense to anyone in Detroit. Why did that have to be Biker Zombies from Detroit? Is RoboCop gonna come in and kill them? That'd be a movie. It's a 1.8. Biker Zombies from Detroit. Okay. Visions of Sugarplums. Confused young man just out of the proverbial gay closet must choose between his lover of 9 months and his ultra-religious parents on Christmas Eve. 2.0. Hey, to each their own. Gives the phrase nutcracking a new meaning. Strawberry Estates. I like women's strawberry. No, different strawberry. For a second I was going to say epidemic. A small expedition explores a haunted insane asylum. Like, when you say expedition, that's usually like into the fucking jungle, not into a fucking house. It's a comedy horror film. Strawberry Estates. That's such a lame title. Strawberry Estates. It's like, am I going to eat it or am I going to live in it? The Waiting. A demon creates havoc in a small southern town, threatens to destroy a young couple looking to start a new chapter in their lives. 2.1. Coverless like ass. Directed and co-starring Tim Card. Maybe Dammit can use his cars to blow his fucking movie away. Sharkman. Is there a sequel called Lava Woman? TVMA, so it's a made-for-TV, probably sci-fi channel. Sharkman. 2.1. A pharmaceutical team visits a remote island to meet with the scientist who lives there, but when they arrive, they discover experiments have created a monster. A Sharkman. There was another movie I saw that had a shark man. It was what, Creature? The one with Craig T. Nelson. Wasn't it like a... I have it on DVD. I'm trying to find it. I know I have... Yeah, I think I see it. I think Kim Cattrall's in it too. It's like a... One of the problems with the film is way too long. It's like a movie that should have been an hour and 40 minutes, but it's like a mini-series for some damn reason. Although there might be a cut that's 2 hours, but I didn't see that one. I don't even know if that one's released. Well, we get the first well-known flick, Glitter, with Mariah Carey. Never saw this. 2.2, young singer dates a disc jockey who helps her get into the music business, but the relationship becomes complicated as she ascends to superstardom. It grossed $4.27 million. Wow, it was a gigantic hit, as you can tell. Just Glitter. Even women are like, this is fucked up. I don't want to watch Glitter. I want glitter on me. Oh wow, September 21st, 2001, so like 1 or 2 weeks after September 11th. Well yeah, technically what, 10 days. Watch What Happens Live. Mariah Carey said she regrets making the film. No shit. Postponed for 3 weeks when star Mariah Carey was hospitalized as a result of an emotional and physical breakdown. I can't live with all this fucking money. It's suffocating me. I understand everyone's a human being, but I'm like, give me that money and you won't worry about a single damn thing from me again. In April 2018 issue of People magazine, Mariah Carey revealed that she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder while she was hospitalized. Wow. Instead of releasing the film on DVD, 20th Century Fuckface surrendered the rights to Columbia Pictures, which distributed the film outside the U.S. It made just over $5 million. It was universally panned by critics. The soundtrack CD was the weakest-selling album in Mariah Carey's career, prompting Virgin Records EMI to sever their ties with her. Wow. This film killed everything, didn't it? Fucking hell. The original cut of the film ran 2.5 hours long. Mariah Carey had been suffering from depression prior to and during the production of the film. Well, in seriousness, that's too bad. And in all seriousness, joking aside, this led to her breakdown shortly after. She was on antidepressants during the production, and in a few scenes she's under the influence of the medication. Well, that doesn't help with your starring vehicle. Downtime. Gives a shit about Downtime. Tailstein. A pack of massive genetically altered scorpions escaped containment on an airplane, turning passengers into victims and forcing one ordinary woman to confront her worst fears. So it's scorpions on a plane? And it says Sam Jackson is a woman? Snakes on a plane, scorpions on a plane. I mean, that's what it sounds like, Tailstein. Massive genetically altered scorpions. The hell are you bringing them on an airplane anyway? You ever heard of a truck? With guards, you know? Guns and shit? The wind. An ancient wind carries with it omens of the apocalypse, stirring the pride and envy of a group of college kids to murderous rage. Really? A wind? I mean, maybe M. Night Shyamalan saw this film and was inspired for The Happening. Well, I mean, in a way, it is. Well, I mean, something carried by the wind, and then people, well, they kill themselves, but they still go crazy. Maybe not murderous rage, but maybe M. Night Shyamalan did see this movie. Children of the Living Dead. I've heard of this film. 2.4. In 1987, serial murderer and rapist Abbott Hayes disappeared from the morgue. Shortly afterwards, a zombie plague swept his hometown. Many lost their lives in the ensuing battle. But Children of the Living... Isn't this the one where Tom Savini's in it for 5 minutes and then dies? Or am I thinking of another... Yeah, Tom Savini's. Yeah, right there. That's like he's the star, but he's in it for like 5 minutes and then dies. I've heard horrible stuff about that movie. Altered Species. On a moonlit night in a remote research laboratory, a major medical breakthrough. Oh, thank you for the notification. Thank you for the comment. That was on my Nightcrawler review. Major medical breakthrough is about to have deadly results. A chemical compound that was created to hunt and destroy deadly cancer. Does it alters people? Well, I mean, I can't really say anything. I mean, yeah, I can't say anything about it. Sounds generic. Vampire Junction, 2.5. The Captives. What the hell does this cover say? I spit on your corpse, I piss on your grave. What's this? I shit in your cereal. I crap on your feet. I spit on your throat. I moon at your face. I mean, fuck, it's Scott Spooty Tooth. That's someone's name, apparently. Scott Spooty Tooth. Jesus, fuck. House Party 4. I've only seen the first 3 House Party films. Why would you make a House Party 4 and you don't have kid in play? Well, I know why, because the title. John Harris sees a ripe opportunity for a major party when he snatches the job house sitting for his rich Uncle Charles. Chris Stokes. I don't know who the hell that director is. House Party 4 down last minute. For all 2 of you that saw this film, you let me know. But I can buy the 2.6. I like the House Party 1, 2, and 3. I would say the first one's the best one. I actually really liked House Party 3. House Party 2 was the meh. But, yeah. Out of the Black. Ones that stick out, so this isn't too long of a video. Demonicus. Wow, what a name. James is possessed by the spirit of a gladiator and slaughters his friends to bring the gladiator back from the dead. A gladiator? A possessed gladiator? Is this like a... If this... I just picture if this was released after the Russell Crowe Gladiator and then this was the sequel, the soul of Russell Crowe possesses a guy and slaughters people because he's still pissed off and asks, "Are you entertained yet?" The spirit of a gladiator. Wow, you're running out of ideas. What's that? The spirit of a plumber? And kills people with plumbing tools? Plumnonitis? Whatever the hell you call it? I guess that's why it's called Demonicus. As if that's the name of a gladiator type. The Zombie Chronicles. Oh no, I'm thinking of the Zombie Diaries. Okay. I had a thing for a second. No, you know it's fucking bad when there's not even a plot. 2.6. Demonicus has a plot, but Zombie Chronicles doesn't even have a damn plot. The Christmas Season Massacre. Tommy is a loser. Well, that's straightforward. He wears a pirate eye patch. A Christmas gift he was given as a child. It is a symbol of the humiliation Tommy endured in high school. Oh, whatever. You know what? I'll just watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 or 2. Although it's probably still better than Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. Long Shot? It has nothing to do with the Seth Rogen film. A tennis instructor / gigolo gets embroiled in a scheme involving seduction and insider trading. Wow, that sounds so fucking boring. .com for murder. Is this a fucking prequel to Fear.com? Natasha Kinski's in this? From, what was it? What did you see in Terminal Velocity? Oh, Nico Masterakis. I've heard of that director. In the shadowy world of the internet. Because the internet was becoming well, it's been out for a while, but what was the last movie they made that was about the internet? I mean, I guess The Social Network, but I'm talking about like a thriller deal with it, like in the vein of Hackers. Was it Black Cat? Which was a really boring film. I mean, I do like Hackers. I do like The Net with Sandra Bullock. Yeah, I know they're not realistic, but they're entertaining. Watch those over the .com for murder. Con Games with Eric Roberts. An ex-soldier is hired to infiltrate a corrupt jail. Tommy Lee Thomas. Martin Cove. So Martin Cove from Karate Kid and Rambo for Split Part 2. Yeah, Eric Roberts. I love Eric Roberts, but yeah, 2.7 is pretty damn low. Oh God, I've seen this one, Raptor. When I made my worst films list long time ago, there's some films I completely forgot. This was one of them. I just get reminded it now. Raptor, it stars Eric Roberts and Corbin Burnson. Yes, Eric Roberts from The Ambulance and Runaway Train. Corbin Burnson from Major League and The Dentist. Pretty much any footage with a dinosaur is from one of the Carnosaur movies. That's pretty much what they did. They took the 3 Carnosaur films, just took footage from each of them. That's why you can't see it, but this image here is like the poster of Carnosaur 2, I believe. Because I remember renting this. I'm like, oh, cool, you know, a direct... Hey, Carnosaur 2 and 3 I like. 1 I hated. But 2 and 3 I liked. Those are, you know, cheap direct video movies. But, you know, they were fun for what they were. I liked them. This is rare that you did an R-rated, gory dinosaur movie that's practically done. Granted, the effects are not state-of-the-art, but they're fun. But this one, again, literally just steals footage from Carnosaur 1, 2, and 3 and just made some films a couple scenes with Eric Roberts as a sheriff and Corbin Burnson as... I think he's Dr. Hyde, former military researcher. Raptor's an awful fucking film. Oh, Daneland. That's an awful film too. I think when I first saw it, I was just kind of bored with it. And I'm like, oh, whatever. Fuck the movie, whatever. But it's kind of trying to be a remake of Cyborg with Van Damme in a way. And you have Vincent Klein, who is the villain Cyborg. He's in it. Costas Mandylor and Sasha Mitchell are the stars of the film. And it's just really poorly made. Boring as hell. Just to watch Cyborg with Van Damme. Then Outlaw Prophet, David Heavener. That's a guy who did not go much as an action star. He tried. He directed a lot of movies he starred in, but He didn't get much. He didn't get far. But I mean, he made a lot of movies, so he must have been making money somehow. Because he made a shit ton of films. A lot of them, again, he like directed himself. I don't know how. I don't know of any David Heavener fan out there. Okay. I don't know why this is called Terra, but I've heard of Hoodrat. Never seen the film. I've heard of it because of the cast. Isaiah Washington, who was in Exit Wounds, among others. Ice-T. When rats invaded town, people were forced to fight for their lives and kill the rats. Again, I don't know why the hell it's called Terra here, but Hoodrat. Again, I've never seen the film. It's a 2.8. I mean, maybe one day just to see how bad it is. I'm like, Ice-T and Isaiah Washington shows how far their careers went when they were in a movie like this called. But The Erotic Ghost. I mean, that says it all. I'd fuck a ghost. Yes. Octopus 2: River of Fear. For some reason, I remember this being like a so time waster. Like having alright effects just turned to such a low budget, like compared to Sharknado and Birdemic and all that crap. But I mean, I haven't seen that film in forever, so don't quote me on it. The Arena 2.9, can't say much about it. The Midnight Hour, probably a film my friend Effrey saw on Skinamax. Campfire Stories. I think I saw this one time, and for some reason I remember. Maybe it's a different movie. I swear I remember there was like a lesbian scene. Which shows, I mean, all I can remember about the film, it might not have been this film. 3.0. Do you want to know a secret? No. Fuck off. Spiders 2: Breeding Ground. I didn't even like the first Spiders. Although it had some decent effects, but that's it. Sam Furstenberg. Is that the guy who did American Ninja 1 and 2? And the Avenging Force? Yeah, it is. Yeah, Revenge of the Ninja, American Ninja 1 and 2, Avenging Force. Man, his career went to the shit. Because then you get to Mackenzie's Island. I think that was Hulk Hogan film. And Spiders 2. Quicksand, that's a really boring film. Michael Dudikoff. It's sad. Reasonable Doubt 3.0. Homicide detective investigating a series of sex murders in LA receives help on the case from a well-known sex therapist with a dark secret. She likes to take you in the ass. That's a dark secret. Backwoods 3.1. When Luther's mother is killed, what's a boy to do? Why, put on a dress and slaughter many people as the world's first 300-pound redneck transvestite serial killer. Then, well, I don't know if I call that the first. Air Rage. Did my friend Mike OCP review this film? It might have been another film. I swear there was a time he was reviewing like airplane movies. But maybe not. But this one has Ice-T in it. Oh, directed by Fred Olen Ray, so you know it's a winner when he directs a fucking film. Shark Hunter. Ateo Sabato Jr. It is about a megalodon. Can't tell you much about it. Never saw it. Ablaze. This one is a really cheap ass flick. I know I saw this one because I'm like the cast. You got Ice-T, Amanda Pays from the 90s Flash, and Leviathan, Tom Arnold, Michael Dudikoff. Michael Dudikoff plays a firefighter. But the thing about this film, why it is a 3.2, it has footage from other movies, including a movie from 1979. And there's a... Yeah, Ice-T gets in... He's a cop, I believe. And he gets in a car chase. And they stole the entire scene from the Bruce Willis film Striking Distance. I hate movies when they do that. Well, why? Because if you're so cheap that you can't even film your own action scenes, then don't make the fucking movie. It's a rip-off. Black Friday with Gary Daniels. That's a Gary Daniels film I have not seen. High-powered attorney returns home from work to find his family being held hostage by terrorists. Never seen that one. Battle Queen 2020. Julie Strain. Wasn't she the girlfriend or wife of Kevin Eastman, one of the creators of Ninja Turtles? I believe she was in the Heavy Metal sequel, Heavy Metal 2000. I could be wrong though. I never saw this one. 3.2. A crack in the floor. How about cracking your ass after I kick it? 3.2. Mario Lopez. Wow. AC Slater from Saved by the Bell stars in this. With Gary Busey and Bo Hopkins? Bo Hopkins, he was in like Mutant with Wings Hauser. Of course, Gary Busey, you know who he is. A crack in the floor. Mario Lopez, wow. Almost want to be... I'm almost curious about this. Just because of the cast. I guess Tracy Scoggins is in this. Wow. For the past 33 years, Jeremiah Hill has lived alone with no contact with the outside world, and he intends to keep it that way. Jeremiah's mother had always warned him not to associate with the outside world, and her brutal rape and killing right before his eyes taught him a lesson he intends never to forget. And those who enter his world will pay a deadly price. As Layman and his 5 friends from LA start their weekend camping trip, they run into Tyler Trout and Floyd Fried, who represent the gateway into this distorted world that they are about to enter. These things just don't happen in Sheriff Talmadge and Deputy Gordon's small mountain town, and by stumbling upon this lonely cabin in the woods, they have shattered 33 years of solitude in Jeremiah's world. And unbeknownst to Layman and his friends, soon their weekend trip of hiking and camping will become a nightmare of survival. I like how one of the plot keywords is tied feet. Tied feet. Just in case there's some tied feet in there. Okay. If you're into tied feet, that's the movie for you. Diary of a Sex Addict? Well, technically anyone could be a sex addict. Beneath Loch Ness? Starring Patrick Bergen. 3.2. The Loch Ness Monster is just not one of those legends I ever got into because it was so blatantly, to me, so blatantly realized that it was fake all along. I never bought into it. Oh, maybe it was real. To me, it was very obviously someone fucking around with shit. Night Chills. John is an avid role player. He has feelings for Brooke, a fellow role player, but when Brooke makes it clear to him that the feelings are far from mutual, John is thrown into despair and takes his own life. Okay, what the hell does that have to do with the movie? Oh, he comes back and he's a killer knight. Is that what it is? So he had a fucking gladiator possesses someone. Now we have a knight coming back. Survivors exposed 3.2. 6 new miles are placed on the island Buda Chica. Fuck that. Crash Point Zero with Tree Williams. Oh, this is the one that if you look at the trailer, I believe it steals a lot of footage from Cliffhanger. Joe Norty did that a lot of films. I mean, it says someone like the only good film he's done is fucking Choppy Mall. New Alcatraz. Oh, that's the Boa. It's called Boa, starring Dean Cain. I don't know why. Some of those Dean Cain films, like Dragon Fighter and Boa, I didn't mind. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I just like Dean Cain as an actor, or... I mean, there's bad like CGI, but I don't know, just something about those films. I don't know why they didn't bother me as much. Can I explain to you why? They're just, I don't know, they're films I can watch. Dragon Fighter more than Boa, which I don't know why it's called New Alcatraz, because it makes it sound like a Escape Plan type of movie, or Escape from Alcatraz with Clint Eastwood. I mean, you see New Alcatraz, and even the cover I'm looking at, there's nothing about, well, it's about a giant killer boa constrictor, killer snake. Maybe because I like the setting too. Maybe that's why I didn't mind that film. Flying Virus. Journalist uncovers a government conspiracy to unleash virus-tearing killer bees that could wipe out humanity. Well, didn't they kind of fucking do that in the X-Files movie? We had the bees, and then they get the virus, and they would spread it around. What they do, steal from fucking X-Files? Wow, it stars Gabrielle Anwar, Craig Sheffer, Rutger Hauer, and Duncan Rader, the Dracula from Monster Squad. Wow. That's an interesting cast considering the plot. 3.3. Vengeance of the Dead. Stay Dead. Boys Club. Learn how to spell club. You fail. Unseen Evil. Tim Timer's in that? That's sad. Horror 101. Well, you get an F. Bad Karma. Doing this list gives me fucking bad karma. Horror Vision. This film is a piece of shit. I saw it. I don't know why, but it says something when one of the people credited is Chelsea the cat. Breen Stevens, she's in it. Just enough to get killed. I'm not even going to take me like full 10-minute rant on this film, but this is a cheap ass piece of shit. I know it has, what's that guy's name? Was it James Black? Who I remember from, he had bit roles in Soldier with Kurt Russell, and he was on this TV show I've seen clip bits and pieces of, The Burning Zone. He has a role in this. This awful film. Speaking of which, Ticker, which I ranted on when I did my Steven Seagal marathon. And again, one of those movies that steals footage from other films. It's cheap-ass horseshit. Thomas Sizemore is trying, but he's given nothing to do. Dennis Hopper, I think they filmed all his stuff in like 1 or 2 days. Steven Seagal... I mean, he was trying to do something different where he's the leader of a bomb squad, but Nas, he's Tom Sizemore's partner, and again, he's in there long enough to get killed. Steven Seagal barely has any fight scenes, and when he does, they're terribly edited. It is a really... 3.5 is way too high for that fucking film. Ticker. Critical Mass, I haven't seen this film, but if Treat Williams, Udo Kier, if I remember correctly, this is another one that takes footage. I think it steals footage from the Terminator 2. I could be wrong, but I swear it does. And maybe Universal Soldier? I could be wrong on that. Well, I could just go on here and then go to connections, because that's where you would find it. Yeah, if you go to more. Yeah, that fucking right there is the stuff from Universal Soldier, from the truck chase. Are we having fun yet? Yeah, Terminator 2 and Universal Soldier. They steal footage from both those movies. Extreme Honor, I have not seen this film. I think Oliver Gruner is in it for only a little bit and then gets killed. It stars some fucking guy named Dan Anderson. I think that's the star of it. I mean, you got Michael Ironside, Michael Madsen, Olivier Gruner, Oliver Gruner, but then it stars some fucking guy as his Navy SEAL. And it's like, why does it star this fucking guy? Any of these other actors, Michael Ironside, Michael Madsen, Oliver Gruner could be the star, but you star this no-name, no one gives a shit guy. Don't understand. Bug Off. 3.5. Shit. Bug Off. Fuck Off. They Crawl. I pass. Alien Factor 2. The Alien Rampage. Are you sure it's about an alien? You had to use the fucking title Alien twice? Alien Factor, the Alien Rampage. Nah, I thought it was a fucking Bigfoot Rampage when it was called Alien Factor. Well, I thought it was a Chupacabra Rampage. Or I thought it was, I don't know, a butt fuck page. A ramen. You didn't have to use Alien twice. Skippy? Stick with the peanut butter. Final Payback. Ex-cop framed for murder didn't commit, sets out to find the real killer. 3.6. Richard Grieco, which I like in a film called If Looks Could Kill. Martin Cole from Karate Kid. John Saxon. And Laura Herring. For some reason I thought it was Laura Harrington. No, Laura Herring. Nope, don't know who that is. Final Payback. Let's stay with Payback with Mel Gibson. LAPD to protect and serve. Michael Madsen, Mark Senior, the Beastmaster himself, Dennis Hopper. Two cops, a rookie and his partner, a veteran, are increasingly troubled by wild and illegal behavior of some of their colleagues. At first they try to ignore it, but soon it proves to be impossible to ignore. It's crazy when you get some of these cheap-ass movies and, like, the cast they get. But that's why they get people to see these movies. Just like, hey, this cast? I mean, Dennis Hopper and Mark Senior from Watchers 2 and Michael Madsen? But, the fuck? Turbulence 3. I haven't seen that one. I've only seen the first one. I think my friend Mike OCP reviewed it. I think Rutger Hauer is in it. Craig Sheffer. Terrorists hijacked an airplane that is broadcasting a rock concert live on the internet. 3.6. Wishmasters 3, I have seen this film because I reviewed all 4 Wishmasters, and 3 and 4 are fucking garbage. And you don't have Andrew Divoff as the Djinn. You have some other fucking guy. Directed by Chris Angel. Yeah, this entire fucking film should disappear. One of Chris Angel's tricks. Final Stab. It looks like a really lame, cheap-jack version of one of those urban legend, I know he did last summer type of movies. The Double D Avenger. The only reason I saw this film and I have it is there is a commentary from Joe Bob Briggs. I don't know why a commentary on that movie from him, but Joe Bob Briggs commentaries are great. Why can't they get Joe Bob Briggs to do commentaries on like Friday the 13th films, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre films? That's what he should do. He should do film commentaries of these well-known films. Like he does, he had that Monster Vision, the drive-in that he did a couple times recently was a Shudder. Do commentaries. Hell, you could even charge them. People would buy them. I would fucking buy them to download, listen to your commentaries. Or release them on YouTube, just the commentaries portion. Sunstorm. When the general is assassinated, his daughters are left embroiled in a scheme that leads all the way to the CIA and U.S. Treasury Department. Well, that plot doesn't really sync up with the title and cover. Bo Derek and Stacy Teach is in this? August Underground. My friend Mike reviewed that, and you can pretty much just watch his review. It's just it's a fake snuff film. It's pretty much, hey, these people film themselves killing people and saying lines like sniff his ass. Yeah, suck my dick. Whoops. I'll probably end it soon because it's going on long. That's it. That's the thing with these things. They always go on so long. MVP, most vertical primate. Oh, MVP 2. They did a sequel. I think the first one was hockey, so this one is a skateboarder. 3.7. Like MVP 2, like that gets a sequel. Of all the films that deserve sequel, that gets a fucking sequel. Good Neighbor. Bullshit. Smoking Stogies. Sucking Dickies. The Void. Adrian Paul. Wow, he went from Highlander, the TV show, to The Void. A top secret particle acceleration experiment she fears may create a black hole on Earth. The Shadow Fury. 3.8. A bounty hunter with a bad liver and even worse attitude, with the help of the lovely Dr. Forster, must stop Dr. O and Tekru and restore order to the world. Shadow Fury. 3.8. Oh, Soul Survivors. Soul Survivors is like a crappy version of Jacob's Ladder. That's really what I think of it as, like a crappy teen version of Jacob's Ladder. Before they did the the remake of Jacob's Ladder. Terrible fucking film. Yeah, Casey Affleck is in it, Wes Bentley, I think Luke Wilson. G.O.D. Really, it's called Guaranteed on Delivery. I've never seen this film, but I've heard of it because Olivier Gruner's in it, as well as David Carradine. But I've never seen the film. 3.9. Venomous. This is a pretty forgettable killer snake film starring Tree Williams. It's PG-13, 3.9, and it's very boring is what I remember. The Omega Code 2. Michael Biehn? Man, Michael Biehn, like, I can't... The best he did at this time was the Omega Code 2. And Michael York is in it. 4.0. That's fucking sad. Guardian. I've heard of this film. Marv Van Peebles and James Remar are in it. Bones. Oh my god. That's why they tried to make a new horror franchise and they failed. With Snoop Dogg as the killer. I don't know if it's like trying to be a wannabe like Candyman. Wannabe... That's what it seems like. A wannabe Candyman. Or maybe, I mean... As a ghost to wreak revenge on those who killed him and to clean up his neighborhood. Well, I mean, maybe not Candyman is the right one to use, but I just... It tried to be a new horror franchise. Ernest Dickinson, who did Surviving the Game and Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight, which were good, but Bones... Yeah, not a good one. Beethoven's Fourth, yeah, with Judge Reinhold. 4.1. Beethoven's Fourth. That's a movie that you only needed one movie. You didn't need Beethoven sequels. Nothing... Wait a minute. Let me look at this. I gotta look at this cover. What the hell is this? What is this? Hard as day. What the fuck? What the fuck is... What the shit? In a world of betrayal and deception, you must be hard as nails. They're in the fucking air. This is like... Literally, there's no ground. I feel like Chandler Gerald. There's no ground here. And this guy is trying to... I don't know what he's trying to do with his... What is that? Like a... I have no words on that. Jump for Joy, yes. Jesus. Lauren Avedon, a film I've not seen. This is the star of No Retreat, No Surrender 2. And Brian Tochi, the voice of Leonardo in the first 3 live-action Ninja Turtle films. Huh. Silent Force, 4.4. I'd give it a look. Lauren Avedon, the star of No Retreat, No Surrender 2. I'd give it a look maybe one day for him. Town and Country, 4.4. I remember this being a huge box office bomb. Stars Warren Beatty, Diane Keaton, Goldie Hawn. I remember like this cost so much money for some damn reason, it just being a huge box office bomb. Jason X, 4.4. I don't think the film's that bad. I like Jason X, sincerely like Jason X. It's a fun movie. Yes, Jason in space, but when you get to part 10, I'm fine with you doing different stuff. And you know what? It's very straightforward. Jason kills a lot of people in different ways, inventive ways, freezing a person's head and crushing them to pieces. You know, stabbing people. It has a pretty decent body count. Kane hires Jason. It's a short film. It was nice to see Jason in a different environment. The film has a sense of humor to him, like the whole VR and Camp Crystal Lake. So it's a movie that has it has a tongue-in-cheek to it, and it's fun. It's entertaining. I don't see what the big hate for Jason X is. I really don't. Compared to Jason Takes Manhattan and Route 666, this is another one that doesn't deserve this low rating, 4.4. That's a good Lou Diamond Phillips flick. I thought he played off well with Lori Petty and Stephen Williams. Speaking of Jason, from Jason Goes to Hell, Stephen Williams. I thought the three of them pulled off, like, they had some good chemistry with each other, the three of them. I like those three, LDP for life. I like the creatures. It's sort of zombies, but they're made out of asphalt, and they're spirits that back in the day they were killed and buried under the road. And I think this is a bit of an underrated film. Route 666. It doesn't deserve that low rating at all. I call bullshit on that one. The Shaft, again, underrated. 4.5. The movie knows what it is. It's about a killer elevator. And the director said, fuck it, I'm going to go to 11 on this. So I'm going to have Aerosmith at the end credits, Love in an Elevator. I'm going to have Suck It Up people going up to the top and throwing them off the building. I'm going to have the hero shoot It's Hard with a fucking bazooka. It just, if you don't have a silly idea, go full tilt booty with it. And The Shaft, 88 Down, does that. I think that's a fun B movie. It knows what it is. I mean, in the first 10 minutes, you get tits and nudity. Yeah, I mean, it's a film. It's an entertaining film. Shredder, I think that's a slasher film, The Snow. I've heard of, but I've never seen. 4.5. Driven, 4.6. Yeah, that's one of Stallone's worst films. Which is sad because it's Stallone and Rennie Harlan. I'm like, they should have just done Mindhunters together. Like, Mindhunters, which I like. And I like LL Cool J in it, but can you imagine if Stallone played that character that LL Cool J played in Mindhunters? That would have been fucking awesome. That's what they should have done. But Driven, Born Racist with bad CGI mixed in there, snore-inducing drama. Stallone is not being the star of the film, but Tip Pardue, which there's a reason why his career did not take off. Camouflage, Leslie Nielsen film I've never seen. Actor discovers the dark side of private investigating when he takes on an assignment in rural Oregon with a crusty PI. Also has Lachlan Monroe and William Forsythe. The Order, 4.6 is way too low. I think that's actually one of Van Damme's best direct-to-video films. Although Sheldon Lettich directed the action scenes fairly well with the low budget, it's one of the last times you see the old Van Damme who smiles and actually has some life to him. Again, the action scenes are, for direct-to-video, there's some life to them. There's some good practicality. The Order is pretty decent. More than decent. I mean, I sincerely enjoy The Order. Mimic 2, I remember that being kind of a boring sequel. I didn't mind Mimic 3. First Mimic is good, but Mimic 2, eh. Freddy Got Fingered. It's Tom Green. I'm not a fan of Tom Green. Never been a Tom Green fan. Monkey Bone. I actually didn't mind that when I saw it. 4.7. I didn't mind it for what it was. I thought it was kind of inventive and creative. I like some of the effects in it. I mean, mainly I like the look and aesthetics of it. Brendan Fraser, I don't think did a bad job, but I like Brendan Fraser. Wow, Dr. Dolittle 2, 4.7. It deserves a low rating. I'm just surprised it's on there, but I'm glad. I mean, because 4.7, it's a film that made over 100 million, but shows even then 4.7, 39,000 votes. Substitute 4, Failure's Not an Option. I actually like I like all the Substitute movies, honestly. The one with Tom Berenger and the sequels with Treat Williams. Of the sequels, I probably like 3 the most, but they each have their merits. This one, I remember having fun. So at military school. Patrick Kilpatrick, the Sandman from Death Warrant. He was the villain. Layover, that with David Hasselhoff. An airport affair becomes a man's 24-hour nightmare after he discovers the woman is the wife of a dangerous jewelry dealer whom he befriended on a previous flight. Never heard of it. Layover, 4.7. Corti Romano. I've heard of this film, but I've never seen it. Chris Kattan, one of the only times they had him star in a movie. Corti Romano. Sticks. Peter Weller film I've not seen. 4.7. The Breed. There's a vampire film with Adrian Paul I've never seen. 4.7. U.S. Seals 2 with Isaac Florentine directing. Isaac Florentine. Guy did Undisputed 2 and 3 and Ninja Shadow of a Tear. Never seen U.S. Seals 2. I've heard good things about them, but I've never seen them. Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles. I don't mind the film. It's not as good as the first two, but I liked it. But I'm a Crocodile Dundee fan. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's 4.7 bad. I really don't. Valentine, that should be even lower. That's a god-awful slasher film. The fucking face is it's the Campbell Soup Kid. Fucking Campbell Soup Kid killing people. The Musketeer. Shit. I got that DVD for cheap because, like, hey, Peter Hyams is a Peter Hyams film I had never seen. Now I know why. I mean, it tries... Think of a Musketeer film, but the fight scenes are trying to be Hong Kong wire work. Interesting idea, but it's just the actors, the star, it's one of Peter Hyams' lesser efforts. There's a reason why no one ever talks about the film. The Animal, I actually have a rant on that on the channel. I think I watched it in the middle of doing the Adam Sandler marathon. I'm not a Rob Schneider fan, and the movie's just really stupid. The Wash, never seen that film. Guess sort of a remake of Car Wash, but with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. 4.8. Instinct to Kill, I remember this being a letdown. It's pretty much Martha Costos training this woman to defend herself. If that's the movie I'm thinking of, like Martha Costos and Kadeem Hardison, like, cool, the two from Drive, but they don't really share much screen time together. I remember Kadeem Hardison didn't have much to do. It has Martha Costos with a gun, but I don't even remember him using a gun in the movie. For some reason, I remember him just being a guy who trained this girl how to fight because of her ex-husband who was in jail and escapes, and maybe I'm wrong with it, but I remember not being impressed by it. Ghost of Mars, 4.9. I like Ghost of Mars. I don't really see how it's that bad. I really don't. I mean, you just John Carpenter. It's not John. No, because I don't like The Ward with John Carpenter. It's not because I'm a John Carpenter fan. Ghost of Mars is fun. It's not one of his best. I mean, it takes ideas from Assault on Precinct 13 and some other films. I would have preferred the original idea that Jason Statham was going to be the lead instead of Ice Cube. Although I gotta admit, Ice Cube did a good job, but it just, in retrospect, Jason Statham, he was going to be the lead, and I guess the producer's like, nah, he's not a big enough star. So, but that would have been awesome. Black Knight, that's a Martin Lawrence film I'm not a fan of at all. Did not find it funny at all. It's a 4.9. I know there's some people who like it. I'd never cared for it. I guess we'll stop at 5. 5's a good number. 5.0s. Summer Catch, I've heard of, but I've never seen. Freddie Prinze Jr., Matthew Lillard. Romantic comedy. Double Bane with William Baldwin. Wendigo. I must be thinking of another movie. For some reason, there was a film I thought titled Wendigo that I remember having some high praise, but it might be a different movie than that. But I thought it was called Wendigo. Yeah, not much to say. All cheerleaders die. Skeletons in the Closet. Which this might be an interesting movie. 5.1. A father, Treat Williams, suspects his son, played by Jonathan Jackson, to be a murderer. Or is he just paranoid and trying to cover up his own past, which involves his wife being killed in a fire? And it has Linda Hamilton in it, so interesting plot. I like Treat Williams. I like Linda Hamilton. So maybe one day I'll give that a shot. But I'll end it here. I know it's a long one. Didn't expect it to be this long. But hey, it's the IMDB Files coming back with a vengeance. So hope you guys enjoy. Take care. And we will see you guys in the next video. Later.